Hey, YouTube watchers, listeners, and everybody else out there serious about going to heaven. This video is based on, I was just teaching somebody some like 5 minutes ago, and I was sharing to him the name of the Father and stuff like that. And now this information, I thought, let me just share it with everybody out there. It might be very useful to some other people who are still on the search. So now, here it is. This video now is about showing you that this language that we're talking on the cross that's quoted in the Bible. Watch my other video for information. So this language, Xhosa, you can have one word that is spelled the same but is used in different other contexts. And now the spelling won't change in the different context, but it will be translated into different English words. So if you look in the English dictionary in that context, it will be a different word. So a typical example is the word NiNi can be used in different contexts and stays as NiNi if you're in Xhosa language. But if you are in English, you will have different words depending on those contexts. So now an example is the word NiNi, which is the name of the mighty Father, creator of everything. If you're still confused, you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my other video where I'm showing you the name of the Father and where it's coming from. Okay, so now here, this is a build-up of the other, this is assuming that you already know the name of the Father, the real name of the mighty Father, one who's returning in 2 months' time. So you better just get up to par. So now this word here, the word NiNi, now I'm showing you different examples of how it can be used in different contexts, and now it can be different words in English, okay? And you will see one common thing that I wanted to highlight in you, that the word NiNi, in as much as it's used in different contexts, there's one unifying factor in all those contexts. It's the almightiness of the Father. You will see it's about the I am, ever existence, ever owner, those kind of descriptions that the word NiNi can be used at. Okay, now I've made examples for you. I put Xhosa on one side, I put English on one side, so you can see what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so now let's start with first one. First one is when. So the word NiNi means when, relating to time. Okay, so a typical example is, when is this job getting done? Okay, when is this job? Now in Xhosa you'll say wenziwa nini lo msebenzi. Okay, so when is this job? So NiNi and when in this context, okay? Talking about time. When is it getting done? When NiNi is it getting done? Okay? Now, going to the second one. Now, you see, now that's time. Forever existence. Second one is forever existence. That means, in English, I am the forever existence, the creator of all. Dingu, so NiNi na NiNi, I am forever existence. NiNi na NiNi. That means I'm always here. Okay. I don't know how more to explain this one, because it's just I'm translating. Google Translate won't have all the words. Okay, because Google Translate is using the principle of English, where it's one word translated to one. It don't take into account that the Xhosa language depends on the scenario. You can never have one word and say, okay, this word means this. No, depending on the scenario it's used at, then the word will change in a different language. Okay, but Google Translate has a one-to-one correlation, using the same principle of English. Okay, where you type in an English word, then it will pop up one meaning. Gotta type in a different English word to get a different. But now you can't do that with the Xhosa language, because you type in one English word, it will pull in one of those. Which one is it going to be? Because now already I'm showing you 8 different meanings of NiNi. Now English will have only one. Right now English only got I am that I am. That's all they got. They don't have the forever existence. They don't have the tribe identity. They don't have ever. They don't have owner. They don't have you, which is in American English is called y'all, when you say you to a lot of people. So they don't have y'all. They don't have when, which means time. They don't have none of those I'm showing you over there. They only got I am that I am, which is because they're only relating to one definition. Okay, so now here's another one. Forever existence, NiNi Name, which is NiNi Name, I'm the forever. And then the other one is the I am, which is what the English pick up. The See, now the Xhosa language got clicks too. That's why in Revelation it says only the 144,000 could learn that song. If you remember, I think Revelations 14 or something like that. It says only the 144,000 could learn the song. Now, why? Because it got a whole lot of clicks in there. Because if that same Xhosa language is quoted in the cross, Eliela Masabatan, that's what the Savior was talking on the cross. And the Father himself, mene tekelu panzi. He wrote with me. If that's that's the Xhosa. I'm not saying if. That is, I know it is. That is the Xhosa language. Now that got a whole lot of clicks in it. So a typical example is eqalekeni. So nini wadala umhlaba. Okay. So in English means in the beginning I am that I am created earth. Okay, so I am that I am created earth. So nini nanini. So there is so. Okay, so nini nanini created earth. I am that I am created earth. Okay, I made it simple for you. I highlighted everything so you can ask me questions if you're confused still. So nini, now number 4, nini all times. So now I'll read in the Bible language. Liars call it Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, and ridiculous stuff like that. This is Xhosa, simple Xhosa. Anybody can understand what I'm talking about. Now, only if you're lying to yourself, because you're not lying to the Father who is coming to take people on earth, to heaven or to hell. In 2 months' time, I'm telling you, 2 months' time. So now, but I don't know the day nor the hour. I'm telling you the month and the year. Okay, but anyway, so if you understand that in Xhosa you have different words for the same English, now you understand that why we're having this age here. So in Xhosa it says number 4. We're reading number 4 now. Ungandibuza nanini ndizokuphendula. Okay, in English that means you can ask me all times. Nini nanini, you can ask me all times and I will answer. Okay. Now, if you go to Google Translate or any dictionary, English dictionary or whatever, and you try to type in all times, trying to find, trying to find a Xhosa word that says all times, it will give you something else depending on the context it's used. Okay. That's just one of the few. Okay. So it's a really related, intertwined language. It's not easy to just learn it. You must have grown in the environment to actually know the language. I'm telling you, to just go to class, you will never get it. I'm telling you, it's a hard to understand language. I'm fortunate that I grew up in that area, so I learned. I stayed in the village. I learned and knew. Only came back to the States, later. But now, let's read number 5. Tribe identity. Now, the tribe identity, if you are trying to find out a tribe identity of Xhosa people, you have to use Nini. Like a typical example is, if you ask what tribe identity are you, like you meet somebody, you're trying to find what tribe they belong to, so you're going to say, Ningama Nini. That means what tribe identity are you? Ningama Nini, Ningama Nini la ala, Nini. So that means what tribe identity are they? Or what tribe? So now if you relate this to the Father Almighty talking about my people called by my name. So that's what he meant. Manini, that's the tribe identity. It's called Nini, okay? People called by my name shall turn around and you know the scripture. So that's where it comes from, okay? That's what that comes. Okay, now you won't find this in Google Translate. You won't find this in internet. You won't find it anywhere, because anywhere is driven by English principles. That's a beast system. It's driven by English principles, where it's a one-on-one, something that just makes sense on one-on-one relation. Okay, so you won't find the tribe identity typical example in here. But go to any village in the Xhosa area and you ask a person, so the person will answer, no, I'm Xhosa, or they'll tell you what tribe they belong to. Okay, so anyway, now here another one, number 6 is ever. Okay, ever is I've ever been waiting here. kunini ndilindile, ever, like when you've been waiting for a long time, so kunini ndilindile apa. Apa means here. Kunini ndilindile, I've ever been waiting here. You know, I like you get it, you get it. Okay, now let's go on to number 7. Number 7 is gumnini, means owner. Okay, it's the owner of all things. Gumnini wazo zonke izinto. Okay, so that means is the owner. Nini means owner in that context. Can you see now how different the one word in Xhosa can be used in different contexts? And now you'll be thrown off if you're just focusing on, okay, what's the English word for it? Because that's what happens to the other people. A lot of people that I'm trying to teach here in the States, and they say, no, let's go to dictionary to actually find out if really the word ne means I am. I tell them, no, you can't do that because the Xhosa language is not structured like English. They say, but then how do you prove it? I say, you can't prove it. Go to the villages then. Then that's where you're going to speak to the elder. Actually, you don't even need to speak to the elder. You speak to the people over there. And, you know, when you have conversations, you'll start to see, oh, okay, now, you know, it's different context for the same word. But I can't prove it to you right now and say, here is a dictionary, one-on-one, Nini means I am. So if somebody send me an email, ask me, now, if you say, I am going to town, do you say Nini going to, I said, no, you don't, that's a different context. You can't, if you translate to English, you can't use it like that. But anyway, now number 7 is the owner. Owner means Nini, okay? Nini wazo is I'm the Nini of these things, okay? I'm the owner of these things, okay? That's it. And then the other Nini is you, like when you're referring to a lot of people, like y'all, okay? In the States. So you are the people that are hypocrites here. Now in English, that's English. Now in Xhosa, you say nini ke abantu abanobu mene mene apa. Mene mene means hypocrite. Like you remember, our father wrote with his finger Xhosa language on the wall in Daniel. When you know the story. Daniel, when that king's son, was making our father angry, and our father wrote with his own finger Xhosa language. Mene mene take it. So mene mene is a hypocrite. Okay. So now let's come to Nin. So Nini ke abantu abanobu mene mene, which means you are the people that are hypocrites here. Okay. You, now in this context, Nini means you. All right. So now think about it. You, owner, tribe identity, I am, all those words, forever existence, all those are the things that we can only relate to the Father. Nobody else, nothing else, no other situation calls for this word, Nini. Because it's the name of the Most High, the Mighty Father. Now, if you're serious about going to heaven, you better know this name. That is the name of the Almighty Father. Demons can't even attack you. They don't even try. I remember one time I used to, before I discovered that, no, this is actually the name I should be using. Even though I grew up elders calling Zoni Nani, you go to cities and you go to college and you start, getting to know Jesus and stuff like that. And you call on Jesus. So when I used to, call it in the name of Jesus, this demon will be standing over there. And we'll be rebuking. And just we had to hush and yell. And after an hour, whatever, this demon will try to go. But after you fought and yelled and fought, and then later on, I discovered a Jewish Yeshua. Okay. Now, the demons probably respect him a little bit better than Jews, but still, they stand in front of you. I remember one time, these demons, they were laughing. It was a vision dream. They were laughing as I was busy. In Yeshua's name, we're fighting in spirit. When we fight with these spirits, they don't physically harm you, but it's like a telepathic fight. But you feel them hitting you, you lose power, it's not hurting you, but you just lose energy, you fight. So we're fighting. So I said, in Yeshua's name, can you believe they were laughing? I was like, what the? They were laughing at me. And That's when, after some time, I started thinking, man, I need to find more something powerful, because I know at the name of the name of above our names, this demon should bow down. This one ain't bowing down at all. This one's laughing. When I say Yeshua's name, they're laughing. And when I say Jesus' name, they started hanging around first, and then they started. But after a long time, I had to really fight, yell, and then they go. Probably Jesus or Yeshua is one of them, but then they are scared of him to a certain degree. But I was shocked. But then when I started using NiNi Name, they don't even come. Let alone laughing at it. They don't come at all into my presence. For the just saying, not like now, I'm talking about NiNi Name, they won't even come around. They run, literally run. They don't even try or take a chance. They run. Before I sleep, I pray in his name. They don't even come to my dreams anymore. They don't come around. I'm telling you. I'm like, oh, okay, then wow. Then I started, sharing a whole lot of things with other people and actually investigating more. Because now, I grew up in the villages where they use this name. So I already knew the name, but I just wanted to find out which is the right name. The village calling this. Because in the village, there's a whole lot of other pagan names too. Kamate and those. So I wasn't sure which one is which, when you're growing as a child, So now, and there's also Jesus in the villages too, but there's no Yeshua. So I was like, I need to find the real one, because there's power in that real one. So, and then when I've discovered this one, wow, it's such a peace of mind. So yeah, you do yourself a favor and just, implant yourself with this one. Okay, so here are the 8 different ones. So I was showing you now in this video, just to summarize, showing the video the different meanings that the NiNi can be. So you don't go around asking people to prove to you in a dictionary, in an English dictionary, because you will not find just one name. Okay, all those names are NiNi in context. Tribe identity, all times, I am, forever existence, when, which means time, ever, owner, you, which means y'all. Okay? All right. Bye.